Hello, I want to share some things I have done this week, which I wish I knew or had done or gotten over my fears or my mental blocks about 10 years ago. So, a couple things. For women entrepreneurs, if you're running your own business, or even if you're, not if you're in a traditional job, being a steward of your money and allowing yourself to think like 5 years ahead or 10 years or have big goals. I'm talking about like whatever, like paying for a house in cash or having $1 million or whatever it is. And I don't care if you're if you have a spiritual profession or not. It doesn't matter. It's like whatever motivates you and not apologizing for it. So let's say savings accounts and automation. Something so simple. So if you already have this set up, awesome, good for you. I wish I had talked to you years ago about this. This week, in fact, I was kind of dragging my feet. I've always had a savings account, but I just want to say the beauty. And, let me say this. I've only allowed myself to ever have one savings account, and I would always be so hesitant on setting up an automatic deposit into it. I'm an entrepreneur. The feast and famine cycle is very real. When you have, customers that pay 30 days out for things, you're like, learning how to deal with that fluctuation. And I realized even just starting small and incremental upgrades, starting small and allowing a little bit of money go into a savings account is going to help buffer that feast and famine cycle. And so, I can't say I have officially broken my feast and famine cycle. No, I have not. But I have taken massive steps that have just this very week or the past 2 weeks really that I have it's going to save me so much headache for the future. And I wanted to share for people who are in the same boat, just to show how easy it can be, or just allowing yourself to take action without worrying about the fear, not allowing your mind to stop you from something, even if you know it's logical, even if you know it's rational. Allowing yourself to just go ahead and do it. Just do it and just start small. Set up the processes, set up the automation, but start small. So what I did, which is beautiful, Capital One, which formerly used to be the ING, they make it so easy to set up a savings account, and not just one savings account, multiple savings accounts, and having the automatic deposit, and there's no minimums, there's no fees, fee-free, no minimums. I believe for the savings accounts, 0.75% right now, interest rate, interest rates, 0.75, which, there's other savings accounts that have a higher percent rate, but that's not the point. Don't split hairs over that. Go ahead and just set it up if you don't have one already. So, where was I going with that? So, I set up multiple savings accounts this week, and I set up automatic deposits once a week going into these accounts, and I set one up for taxes, for how they recommend 3 to 6 months living expenses saved. I have set up a savings account for that. I have a savings account for a down payment on a home that I'm wanting, for a new car when that comes down the road, and what else? Oh, a vacation. And you can nickname these accounts so you can see everything you're saving up for. And I cannot tell you the boost of energy and enthusiasm, not just in the process of setting this up, because again, it's easy. You can do it from your phone. Super easy to connect your accounts, checking account to it, and just set it up. Even if you just and here I was going to say, so I have living expenses, pure pleasure, just for fun account that it's $5 a week goes to it, and so it's just small, but I already have you're creating those channels, and then you can increase the channels as you go. The difficult part I found is just to get the channels, get the system set up, so then you can increase it down the road. So right now for my fun fund is $5 a week. But then, for a home and for taxes, I have, it's going to be different. So you can set up as much as you want, as much as you need, whatever your comfort zone is, but just go ahead and start. And even if it is just $5 a week or $5 a month, don't overwhelm yourself. Don't shut yourself down. Just take a baby step and go ahead and do it. And with that said, also, if you're an entrepreneur, And you do not have, also do not be like me. Go ahead and set up your Roth IRAs or 401ks, or talk to a good tax accountant or advisor about how to set this up. Go ahead and knock it out, because you do not have to be a millionaire. You do not have to have $1 million. You don't have to have like $1 million business to go ahead and have these systems set up for yourself, because this is what is creating security for you in the long run. So for someone like me who's always hesitated, or, in a weird way, it's not logical or rational, but saying, I don't feel safe right now putting money away. I might need it for my business. That was one of my hurdles. I was like, the money's still there, but you need to go ahead and start saving it. Allow it to be put away or put to the side and kept safe in case you do need it. It's there for a rainy day, and that's one of my savings accounts is, unexpected expenses, if like car repair or, emergency fund or medical bill, whatever it is. So it's like these savings accounts are building up. So I hope that helps. I know it sounds crazy, but as a woman, feeling like I can do this on my own, feeling like I can be a wealthy woman on my own, and I can handle my finances on my own. I can be a queen bee of my business and of my life, and depending on myself and trusting myself and allowing myself to trust myself to depend on me, and being responsible for my abundance and channeling it so I am growing my abundance and allowing myself permission to have more than I need, permission to have those savings accounts, permission to allow myself and my cup to be full first. So, yes, automated savings accounts and deposits, and just do like $5. You can do like Capital One allows you to do like $5. You can do weekly, bi-weekly, once a month, I think were the options. So whatever you're comfortable with, you set the date and just start small and just grow it as you can. But I've already been so excited seeing, because I did initial deposits in some of those accounts, like bigger deposits, and then set up the automation. I was like, oh my gosh, I have all this money already aside, and I don't need it, and it's okay, and I don't need to touch it, and I'm allowed to be wealthy, and I'm allowed to have those savings growing without me having to worry about it every week. Because normally, in the past, I would always be like, set up my savings account and be like, I'll manually deposit money into it. Well, I never do, because it's like, it's a mental hurdle. There's a mental block about like, no, I might need this money here, or I need to, take care of my child, or I need to pay this, or whatever. Like, just take out all that, the bullshit out of, the mental blocks out of it, and just have it automatically going so you don't have to worry about it anymore. There's never an internal debate or issue with yourself if it's already automated. Yeah. So, oh, and also in case anyone else does this, I also have an Acorns account. It's a little app, and you can do it's fun because you can do like roundups, roundup deposits from if you link it to your credit card, you can round up from your credit card. So I've been doing that for like a year or two now, and that one's actually been fun. That's what initially got me into automating stuff. But it's amazing, even if you just put like $20 a week away. It's amazing how fast that grows, and it's amazing how fast you can actually grow your wealth. So even if you don't have a trust fund, even if you don't have wealthy family or a wealthy spouse or whatever, it's like you as a woman can create your own wealth. You can create your own wealth. You are allowed to be a steward of your money. You are allowed to be wealthy and abundant, or however that means for you. No apologies for it. So, so if you have any more questions, or if you have any advice on how you've gone about it, I just have always I was always acting on fear with my business, and feeling like I need to keep as much money in the business as possible, and not allowing it to be channeled into accounts elsewhere to grow. And that includes for retirement as well. So setting up especially if you're an entrepreneur and you don't have a corporate, 401k, having someone on your team, a really good financial advisor to help you decide on how best to go about it, and no apologies for however much you have to be able to put into it. No apologies, just do it. You don't need, it doesn't take a lot of money to do it. So no excuses, and it's so much fun, and it feels so good, and the security that comes with it. I mean, can I say how well, especially for entrepreneurs in the feast and famine, how amazing it is to sleep at night knowing you have enough money. There's plenty of money. There's enough money for everything. There's enough money for all the bills, or in payroll, or whatever else. So I hope that's helped you, and I hope you have a great day.